There's a difference between a purchase and an investment. My first set of drums, piece of crap, beat up, black set of Westburys, that was a purchase. This was an investment. Now, when you're shopping for a set of high-end cymbals, that's an investment. You're going to be spending, like between your whole set, you're probably going to be spending a couple $1,000 on your set of cymbals. You're going to be using these in the studio, on the stage. These things will eventually start making you money. So when you're testing out cymbals in a music store, it's not a process that you should just fly through. When I worked at a music store, man, I used to get dudes coming in ready to drop $300-400 on a cymbal. So they'll walk into the cymbal room and start asking me questions and stuff. And so they'll pick a couple out and I'll hand them a stick and say, yeah, man, go ahead, try one out. So I'll hand them a stick and they'll go, yeah, sounds good. I'm like, yeah, you know what? It does sound good. It'll sound even better when you stop hitting it like a soft shoe candy pants. All right, so that was kind of harsh. But when you're about to drop a bunch of dough on a high-end cymbal, you want to make sure that it's going to do the job that you want it to do. So when you're testing them out in the store, you got the opportunity to put this thing through its paces and just hear everything that it can do. So in this video, I'm going to show y'all exactly how you should be testing out cymbals in the music store. By the way, if you're looking at this t-shirt right now, you're thinking, I need to get one of them, congratulations, you got good taste. Go ahead and hit the link in the description box to get your own Drummer for Hire t-shirt. Hoodies available too. But summertime's coming, man. You don't need no hoodies. Get that t-shirt. You want to look good on them outdoor stages. This here's how you do it. Go ahead and grab 2 or 3 of them. Support the channel. Let's go. Now there's a whole lot of details involved with making a cymbal that will determine how it sounds, what genre it's suited for, all of that kind of stuff. The type of alloy combination that's in it, the lathing, the hammering, the finishing, all of that kind of stuff. This is all stuff that you can find out on the respective websites for whatever company you're checking out. I would encourage you, though, to not let any of that stuff influence your decision when you're shopping for a high-end cymbal. There are only 2 things that matter when you're about to drop $300-400 on a cymbal, and that's these 2 right here. Shop with your ears, not with the specs. That's pretty good. High-end cymbals are expensive, man. So when you're in a music store checking some out, you're about to drop $375 on an 18-inch crash cymbal. You don't want to be all up in there tinging it like a sucker. So I'm going to show you 4 things to do every single time you're testing out a cymbal. Now you can grab a pen if you want, write down these 4 words. Man. Remember these 4 words every time you're trying out a cymbal. Swipe, swell, tap, bell. Now let's go through each one and why. All right, so number 1, the swipe. The first thing that you're going to want to do, obviously, when you're shopping for a crash cymbal, is crash it. So you're going to grab a stick. Tip number 1, whatever stick that you use in your regular playing, whether it's 5A, 5B, whatever, just ask the guy or the girl behind the counter if they have a 5A with whatever tip you end up using on your stick. So whether it's wood or nylon or whatever. So yeah, grab a stick, same size that you use, and then just give it a few swipes, man. Regular volume, high volume, low volume, whatever. Like you want to hear how the cymbal reacts to your stick. And when you're playing this thing for real on the job, you're not only going to be hitting it one way, right? So just crash on it several different ways and then just see how the cymbal sounds to you. Number 2, the swell. I always play swells on a cymbal when I'm testing it out because I want to hear how it opens up. You know what I'm saying? So you take a stick to it, you want to hear that full range or how big of a range that cymbal has. So I'll start out low volume, do a nice big gradual swell, and then just hear, like I said, how it opens up. That's a big sell for me, man. If it ain't swelling, you ain't selling. Number 3, the tap. So I'll take my stick, using the tip of the stick, and then I'll just work my way around it and then just start tapping it. Tapping it, I'm moving all around the cymbal, checking for consistency, listening for overtones, stuff like that. But just a casual, sort of light tap all the way around the cymbal, just to hear what it sounds like. And then number 4, the fourth common thing that I'll do every time I'm testing out a cymbal is play the bell. I'll hit the bell a few times. I like a nice, clear bell on my crash cymbals because I do a lot of, well, I won't say a lot, but I do play bell accents every once in a while, especially in ballads. So yeah, I want to hear the brightness of that bell. Like I like a nice, bright, doesn't have to be super loud, but you know, it's got to carry. But yeah, I don't want like a dead sounding bell on my crashes. So I'll spend some time hitting the bell, seeing what it sounds like. Now, by the time you've done all of those 4 things to that one cymbal, you've pretty much heard everything that it can do. So by then, your choice to pick it up or leave it on the stand should be way easier for you to make. And the thing is, like when I'm testing out that cymbal and I'm trying it out and I'm hitting it a bunch of different ways, with each way that I hit it, I'm kind of visualizing where and when I can use this type of thing. And it really helps me to make a decision on whether to spend the dough on it. Now, if you're shopping for a pair of cymbals or 3 cymbals at a time that you plan to use in your setup together, then a good idea is to find one, first of all, that you really like, leave that on the stand, and then set up another stand, and then start trying out ones on that stand. So you can A/B them. You want to make sure that you like the range between the two. So if you got a 17 on this, maybe you want to try a 19 to get a nice spread. Maybe an 18 will do. But you want to do all the same things with each of the cymbals. And then you want to hit them all together, sort of to test the range between the 2 or the 3 that you're trying out. Now, generally, it's a safe bet to just keep them all in the same family. Like all my crashes are signature dark energy because I mean, it's the greatest line of cymbals in the world as far as I'm concerned. But it's not totally necessary. You can start mixing them up. So if you're a Zildjian person, you want to try out some Ks, pair it up with some As or whatever you want to do. They don't necessarily have to all be in the same line. So by the time you're ready to drop that kind of money on your high-end cymbals, by that time, hopefully anyways, you've been playing for a little bit, your ears will have adjusted and your taste will have narrowed to a particular type of cymbal that you like to hear, whether it's super focused or like super complex or somewhere in between. You know how you play, you know the styles of music that you're normally out there gigging with, and you'll have an idea of what's going to work in your situation. But again, don't worry so much about the specs on the website, and please, please don't buy a cymbal just because it looks cool. There are plenty of cymbals out there, man, upwards of $400 that look really cool but sound horrible. So yeah, man, that's my advice when you're testing out cymbals. You can take it or leave it. I think it's pretty sound myself, but that's up to you. Remember, swipe, swell, tap, bell. Keep those 4 things in mind every time you're going out to test out a cymbal, and you'll always find the one that you're looking for. So that's it for me, man. Thanks for watching this video. Welcome to all my new subscribers. If you just discovered this channel, hit that notification bell so you know when the next video is coming out. Share this video if you dig it. Like, subscribe. See you in the next one.